All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I've been doing a bad thing. We're back to playing chess. So, I'm going to play 10-minute games again. We're trying to get to that 1,000 elo. We've never been able to do it. You know, I've tried multiple times on the channel, but I think that we lose like 90% of the games on the channel. So, we're going to try to turn it around today. So, we're going to start with what we always start with, even though we lose. Like, every time on this channel with this start. But let's go ahead and we'll take. And then we'll see if he takes. He doesn't. So that's fine. So how do we want to deal with this? We could check him. But then doesn't feel great. So we can move back. We can move back this way. Kind of blocking this pawn from being able to progress. We can go this way. But what does that really even do? Is this a better square than this square? Let's try it. We'll try it this time. See what it does. So now he can move there. All right. So we're actually okay with that, I think. So why don't we take? Now, if he takes with the queen, then I think we just ignore the queen, move our queen to check. And then let's check it. So that he has to move or move, depending on what he does here. Then we can move the knight up. What else can we do? We could push a pawn, move our other knight into the game, which would be attacking this queen. So that seems pretty good. So we'll move our other knight in. And the knights are connected to each other. So then they cover a lot of squares. Because it's like, you know, they'll cover all of these. And these. Oops, not that one. Yeah, that one though. We'll cover that one. So that's quite a few squares. All right, so now he moves up. So, now we have a few decisions to make. So somehow we need to get more pieces into the game. So I think that we offer the queen trade. Do we offer that, or do we just push a pawn to the center of the board? Because we kind of want to control the center, move our bishop out, develop that piece. Let's do that, because that's developing another piece. It's always best to develop more pieces. So we could go here attacking his queen, attacking there, or we could just develop another piece like we said, which I think is what's best. See if he moves a pawn for it. We can move back. If he moves there, then he's just completely given up the defense of his king. So we'll take that. But I'm liking the position so far. I don't think we're in too bad of a spot. We're going to be able to castle pretty safely. Both our knights are connected, which I think is a good thing. And then he has almost no presence on the board. He's not past the 6th file yet. So he moves another knight into play. So, couple options here. So this is kind of taking away this. What we could do is either castle long. We could castle long. So let's castle long. And then we're castling on the opposite side as him. So I think that's a good thing, because then we can start pushing pawns this direction. Kind of attacking his setup here. It would be nice to push this knight off that square to push him up. So he can't go there, but he can go there. So it's almost like we push, push. All right, so that's what he does. So let's push. Okay. So now I think we move the knight in an attacking position. So now if he attacks here, we move the queen up, take. We can start moving our bishop. Start doing some counterplay across the board. So attacking his back line. So forcing him to move. Yes, that's what he does. We'll take. See what he does from there. So if I was him, I guess this is a free pawn now. That is a free pawn. But if he takes the pawn, I can take here. So it's kind of pinned, the knight, which is good for us. Okay. So now if we go here and he takes, then I take, and then he takes. Okay, so why don't we move it here? We're still attacking this knight. Put more pressure on the knight. I almost think that's a good thing that he moved me out of there. By pushing his pawn, he forces my knight to get into the game, really. So then we have more pieces attacking, which I would say is a win for me. I mean, we're trying to win this game. Definitely a win for us. Let's see what they got here, though. See, if he doesn't do anything, it's almost like we take. He takes. I take. He takes. I take. So we're still up a pawn. Ooh. Was not expecting that. So I think that we just take. He can't go there, because now my knight's in that position to defend him as well. So I feel like this was a really dumb move by him. He just moved his pawn to give me a more advantageous position to lose my queen. Wow. How did I not see that? That's so dumb of me. Wow. Well, we're in a pretty bad spot now. It's pretty rough. Let's see. Move this way. I can't believe that. So the hope is that we can threaten the queen, forces him to move, and then I can take his other rook. And then it's a 2 rook, 1 queen game. That's the only way I can come back. Alright, so he gives it to me, so we'll do that. He has no way to defend the rook and the queen at the same time. So we're going to get one of them. You know, it would be amazing if you could get the queen, but he'd have to lose his whole mind to give me the queen. So I think that we just take. We take the free rook. We're actually we're winning by 1 point of material. So I don't know if it's necessarily the worst position ever. It's pretty bad, but okay. Goes for the check. So what is he trying to do here? So a couple ways to do this. We can move the rook up or move the king out. Those are the 2 ways to do it. Which one's better? So if I move the rook, he can move the knight there, but then we take. So he can't really move his knight over there or there. And then this would be defending this pawn. So we want to do that. So I don't really want to hang this pawn anymore. And then we're not hanging that pawn because of that rook. So we're defending everything. Okay, so he does do that anyways. So we'll come back and take. And then he takes. See, it's all making sense so far. So I think what we do next is just move this rook into position to be in the game. Move this rook over and check him. It's looking kind of dangerous for him. Somehow we come back after hanging that queen. I'll be impressed. We'd be getting better, that's for sure. I mean, not really, because you hung the queen, and that's never acceptable. Thank you, queen. And I wonder why we keep losing on this series. But I think what we want to do here is, do we want to move the knight? Do we want to push pawns? move the rook? I think we move the rook because then we're threatening this. Take. It doesn't look too bad to me to do that. Get on this square, take the bishop. Okay, so he goes for the check, which again makes sense. This time, I think I am just going to slide the king over. Just because I want to be able to keep putting pressure on his king on the opposite side of the map. We can also put pressure on his queen. Ooh, see, that was really bad. That was real bad of me. Ooh, see, that's a big mistake. Oh, that's a real big mistake. That's brutal. Dang it. That's brutal. Two just huge mistakes in this game. So when you're playing chess, don't play like me. That's what we've learned in this series. We're going to get to 1,000. That's a guarantee. 873, we're actually getting closer relatively. I mean, we were a lot further behind before. Now we're just like pretty far behind. So he doesn't take? Why doesn't he take? Okay. So now is there a move? So if I go here, he just takes. Oh yeah, he just takes. We could kind of trap the queen in there that way. I feel like that's our only option, is to try to, I mean, it's not really trapping the queen, but all right, so now he finally does take. So we're losing. We are losing. All right, we'll move up. Is there a way to bring this back? That is the question. Hope against hope that we can recover from this. Let's see, if I move this, he takes. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. So now he's pinning my king with the pawn. But the plan is to try to trap the queen. Okay. We slide him over. Slide this guy down. And then let's go up. Let's see what he does. It's not looking good, that's for sure. We've had multiple just huge blunders this game. So let's see if we can bring it back. So check. See where he goes. All right, so now we're go like this. Attacking the queen and this pawn. Because this pawn is getting deep inside of my base. This doesn't feel great. How do we do this? Wow, this just feels terrible. Feels so bad. Can he take? Or he could just push past. He opts to take. Let's go down here. Attack the queen. See, he could just slide over, check, and then I slide over, he takes. So this one might be just over, unfortunately. Oh, there you go, check. Move the pawn up. Threaten the queen. Maybe we can win on time. He takes a whole 2 more minutes to try to win. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Let's go like this. Try to keep our pieces on the board for as long as possible. That's the goal. All right, slide this king over. Now if he pushes, then we go like this and then right down. So he can't do that. He can't just push this one because then we would take. It's getting tight. It's getting tight. All right, so he does opt to go down. So let's take the pawn. He's ahead by so much. He's ahead by 4 points of material. It's literally just the queen. Without the queen, then we'd have a shot. But since he has the queen, it's not looking great. It's definitely not looking great. All right, let's see here. We can move this here. Does that help us to do that? We can move the king down. If we move the king down, then he can push. And then if I take, he takes. So let's go here. Let's see what he does. Oh, he only has 58 seconds. See, he has to checkmate me in 53 seconds. So maybe we have a shot. Move this down. 50 seconds. It's going to be tight, though. I have to kind of play perfect. Let's shuffle this back up. Okay. We'll push a pawn. Now, if he pushes, I will take. All right. So let's go like this. Okay. Now we can move the king over. He's not threatening my knight. My rook is safe. Oh, he's got 9 seconds. We may win on time. We're going to win on time. He's taking so long. 4, 3, 2. Oh, we got him. Yes. Yes. Oh, baby. Look at us. We're minus 9.8. We're going to lose this game. Oh, man. Well, we're going to end it on a high note because that one was brutal. That one was absolutely brutal. But we're climbing the ladder. That's 7 points. We're at 880. We're going to make it to 1,000. You believe in it. I believe in it too. But, we're going to get there. Anyways, get out of here.